Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness, day 282 of 365 with David McDonald. Go. Happy Monday. All right, so we're going to get into our meditation routine here. I will see you all here on the other side. Good morning, Liz. What's going on? Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. And we just finished our meditation routine. Now we're getting into our reading routine. Good morning, Miss Miner. Good morning. Good morning, AJ. Good morning, Brandon. Good morning. Alrighty, I'll see you guys on the other side. Man, this is crazy. All right, so we just finished our reading routine. Now we're going to get into our journaling routine. Jacob just had like 15 sons in just like 2 pages. This is wild. This is wild. Uh, I don't know what's going on. All right, so in our journaling routine, I usually like to write and start off by writing two things. One is what I'm most grateful for, waking up in the morning, being here with everyone today, and two, being in godly mental, physical, and spiritual health. So I will see you all on the other side. All righty, everybody, welcome back. Oh man, so much is going on in the book here. And this font is really, really small. I wonder how long it's going to take us to read 1,700 pages. But let's see. 1,700 divided by 3. Holy smokes. It'll take us 2 years to finish this book. A year and a half. Uh-oh. What do we get ourselves into, guys? We might have to just finish at the Old Testament, because I'm reading this book like 3 pages a day. I mean, the font is super duper small. Look at this. Like really, really small. So we'll see. But nonetheless, last time we spoke, we talked about Jacob taking Esau's blessing from his father Isaac. Excuse me. And how Jacob came into Isaac's lair, who's his father, clothed himself and put goat fur on his hands to pretty much impersonate his brother Esau. Took his blessing, and when we last finished, we talked about what was going to happen next. So as soon as Isaac had finished blessing Jacob, when Jacob had scarcely gone out of the presence of Isaac, his father, Esau, his brother, came back from hunting his game, which is just hunting for food, right? He also prepared delicious food and brought it to his father. So Isaac originally told Esau to go out, hunt, bring me a delicious meal, and then I will bless you with many lands. Let my father arise and eat of his son's game, that you may bless me. His father Isaac said to him, Who are you? He answered, I am your son, your firstborn Esau. Then Isaac trembled very violently and said, Who was it then that hunted game and brought it to me, and I ate it all before you came, and I have blessed him. Yes, he shall be blessed. As soon as Esau heard the words of his father, he cried out with an exceedingly great and bitter cry, and said to his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. But he said, Your brother came deceitfully and has taken away your blessing. Esau said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has cheated me. These 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. Then he said, Have you not reserved a blessing for me? Isaac answered and said to Esau, Behold, I have made him lord over you and all his brothers, and I have given to him for servants, and with grain and wine I have sustained him. What then can I do for you, my son? Esau said to his father, Have you but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. 1 second, guys. So I'm sure you guys can only imagine, right? Esau is probably very upset because he actually gave away his birthright for some food to his brother Jacob, and then now his brother Jacob went into his father's lair deceitfully and took his blessing away. So Esau was very upset because now his father said, Behold, away from the fatness of the earth shall your dwelling be. Away from the fatness of the earth, right? And away from the dew of heaven on high. By your sword you shall survive, and you shall serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you shall break his yoke from your neck. Now Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing with which his father had blessed him. And Esau said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are approaching. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. So Rachel heard this and got wind. Rachel is Esau and Jacob's mother. So she told Jacob, hey, I need you to go to Laban, which is her brother. And so he's like, I need you to go. She's like, I need you to go over there, go live with my brother. And where did he live? Where did they live? So Rachel sends Jacob away to her brother Laban. Oh, in Haran. So she sent Jacob away to Haran. So he goes to Haran to live with the brother, and so that his brother Esau can calm down and pretty much forget about killing him. And so he goes over there. Jacob goes to Haran and stays with Laban. He meets Leah and Rachel, and we'll get into that. But now Esau, which is the cursed brother almost here, saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take a wife. From there, and that as he was blessed him, directed him, you must not take a wife from the Canaanite women. And that Jacob had obeyed his father and his mother and gone to Padan Aram. So when Esau saw that the Canaanite women did not please Isaac his father, Esau went to Ishmael and took his wife there. Besides the wives we had in Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Naboth. So long story short, Isaac did not want his sons marrying women from Canaan. So he went and married an Ishmaelite. So Jacob has this dream. His brother, now he's gone away to Haran to stay with his mother's brother for the safety of him, right, from Esau, his brother. And God, okay, seems here. I am the Lord, God of Abraham, your father, and God of Isaac. And the land in which you lie, I will give to you and your offspring. Your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And in you and your offspring shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Behold, I am with you and will keep you wherever you go and will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. So Jacob has this dream that God comes and he talks to him and he receives the ultimate blessing, right? But we already knew that Jacob was going to be blessed because God told Rachel that was going to happen. Now, these are just a series of sequences or experiences that are happening, to get Jacob to where he is. So Jacob marries Leah and Rachel. So Leah and Rachel are the daughters of Laban, which is his mother's brother. And Rachel was really pretty. Leah was so. And long story short, Jacob offered to work for Laban for 7 years to earn the privilege of marrying his daughter. But Rachel, if I'm not mistaken, was younger than Leah. And so Laban says, hey, it's actually not good tradition to marry a younger daughter before the older daughter. So I'm willing to give you my other daughter, Leah, and if you work for me for another 7 years. So Jacob works another 7 years for Laban, and Laban embraces Jacob, because he is, his flesh and bone from his sister. And so he loves, Jacob dearly. but Jacob loves Rachel more than he loves Leah. So what ends up happening in this story, in this one section, it's called Jacob's children. He Leah ends up having, so Leah cries out to the Lord. Lord comes back, answers her prayer, and says, okay, I'm gonna make Rachel barren, and I'm gonna open your womb. So Leah has not one kid, not two kids, not three kids, not four kids, not five kids, not six kids, no, six kids, six, I think it was six sons. And she keeps having these kids, and she's like, now surely Jacob will love me more than he loves Rachel. And so in between that time, Rachel is like, well, hold on. My sister's over here having babies, from my husband. They're both married. I'm going to give my servant to Jacob so that my servant can have a child on my behalf. So then the servant has a child by Jacob, and then Rachel gets happy. And then the Lord hears her prayer, and then Jacob gets his wife Rachel pregnant. And then so now she has babies, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Leah goes, oh, well, and then during that time, Leah didn't have 6 sons back to back to back. She did, but like Rachel had a son first, and then Leah cried out to the Lord. The Lord opened up her womb again and allowed her to bear children. And then she had a few more. And it was just a really huge, and then Leah ends up giving her servant to Jacob. And then Jacob has more children with her. And it's just like, what the heck is going on? They're all people are getting jealous of each other. It's just super interesting. So to end, so that's where we are right now. And we will jump into Jacob's prosperity tomorrow. And then Jacob flees from Laban. I don't know why. And then tomorrow where Jacob fears Esau. So Esau again is the brother of Jacob, and Jacob stole his birthright earlier on in the story, and he stole his blessing. So let's see how that kind of plays out. But I have a feeling it's not going to be good. So to end, then God remembered Rachel, and God listened to her and opened her womb. She conceived and bore a son and said, God has taken away my reproach. And she called his name Joseph, saying, may the Lord add to me another son. So very, very interesting spectacle here, to say the least. So with that being said, whoo, very interesting. Beginning of time. Oh, and then I found out. So the reason why, because in the book, it shows there was one little paragraph where it says Esau sells his birthright. And I think, I was talking to a pastora, and they said that was an identification of falling to the flesh. It was a test for Esau. So rather than him believing that he was going to be okay, he sold his birthright to his brother for flesh, for his fleshly needs, which he was hungry, he was starving, he hadn't eaten for some time, and his brother had some food. And so he walked in, he was like, hey, I'm hungry. And Jacob said, okay, no problem, sell me your birthright. And that was a test, I guess, which is pretty interesting. So feel free to say after me, this is my life. I am aware. I take full responsibility for my reality and thoughts. I recognize I have the power to manifest the best possible life. A life of wealth, love, and peace. I truly believe I have zero limitations. I trust my instincts, God, and universe. I am ready to transcend. I have arrived. And so it is. All right, everybody. Happy Monday. Abundant blessings and love to everybody out there. Thank you for joining me Episode 283 of 365 with David McDonald, the GOAT. And I will see you all tomorrow at 5 a.m.